You are seeing with your own eyes what we have been watching with your camera's lens there of all of the police officers showing up on campus there. What can you tell us about being there in person? What do parents and loved ones at home need to know about what's going on campus?
Yeah, Dan, and it's eerily silent, actually, when you drive around campus. We got here maybe 15 minutes ago and drove through the main part of campus. No one's out and about. Everyone's sheltering in place in that lockdown that they're supposed to be doing right now. So it is very quiet over here. Only thing we hear really are those sirens from police that continue to come here. We just saw some state highway patrol pull up. I'm going to step out of the way so you can go back in there to see all those bright lights. It looks like they're actually starting to lead some people out of the chemistry labs here. Look right there, Kurt Tremper, our photographer here. You see some people in lab coats walking out with their hands up. That's typically what you see when they start clearing some buildings in the area, you know, to make sure that it is safe to get some people out. So those people are walking with their hands up, making sure that, you know, police don't think that they're doing anything wrong here. This is the Moorhead labs are just off to the left here, and just on down there where you see all of those police lights, the emergency crews, the ambulances, that's outside that Caudill Labs area here on South Road. So that's where you can see a lot of this attention focused. The bell tower is just off to the right there, but it is interesting. That's the first time we've seen since we've been here people coming out of the buildings, being led out of there by police, again with their hands up in the air to show that they're clear. More students or people are coming out of another lab right there. Take a look down there by those trees. You can see a row of maybe 10 or so people, again with their hands up in the air, meaning, you know, we're safe. We don't have any weapons. So it looks like police may be starting the process to clear these buildings and let people out of the area here. But that's what we're seeing here right now. That's an interesting development in the last few minutes, but you continue to see police pulling up to the scene here. They have their vests on, their long guns out and ready. It looks like as people are being cleared, they're being taken over by the bell tower area there. So that's where we continue to watch a lot of the focus here. But that's what we're seeing right now. It looks again like they're starting to clear some of these buildings, get people out to safety who have been stuck in there now for the better part of an hour since that first alert went out.
Matt, thank you. As we see again those images of those young students leaving the buildings there, hands in the air, heartbreaking, honestly. As you know, we've seen these scenes play out time and again. But as a parent, you know, I know the feeling. I just dropped my kids off at their first day of school in first grade today. I know that's not college, but I don't think it really changes much when you're talking about your kids. And in a lot of ways, you know, a lot of parents sent their kids off to become adults at UNC, whether from across the state or across the country, as of course, University of North Carolina is a destination for any college student. So now, just in the second week, the 6th day of classes, we have this situation, and eyeballs from across the country, of course, anybody who has a student at this school paying very close attention. Let's go back to Ken in the Live Center. Ken, I know that we've been talking to some other students as well, people on campus who were there when the initial alert went out.
Yeah, and Dan, we just got a new tweet from UNC-Chapel Hill that just came in within the last 15 minutes. I want to bring your attention to it right now. And it just says the shelter-in-place order remains in effect. This is an ongoing situation. As soon as we have verified information, we will share it with the student body and share it with the audience as well. This also tells us that this armed person who apparently is at the center of this incident where shots were fired on campus, that person still remains at large. They do not have that person in custody. So it is an ongoing situation there on the campus of UNC-Chapel Hill. You know, Matt Tallham just mentioned the labs there on campus. I want to give folks another opportunity to really get their bearings when it comes to UNC-Chapel Hill. This is the bell tower right there where all that police activity is. It's a staging area. And right here is the Wilson Library. And all along here, these are all graduate student labs, the Caudill labs, the Keenan labs, Moorhead labs.